Peace family, Vicki Dillard here. So pleased to be a contributor here on the amazing African Diaspora News channel. As you come in, please make sure that you like, that you share, and that you subscribe to this amazing network and this broadcast. Thank you so very much. Listen, family, surely you've heard about the unfortunate attack recently, some days ago, in the Atlanta area, where there were at least three Atlanta area alleged massage spas that were targeted by this white terrorist, Robert Aaron Long, 21-year-old, who was responsible for allegedly murdering 8 people, 6 of whom they're saying were Asian women. Now, you know that the media, prior to this incident, and let me just say this very quickly, we do not condone any group or any people being slaughtered or attacked or targeted or hurt, period, point blank, of end of story. We, who have been 466 years the oppressed, who understands pain and torture and terrorism better than anybody for longer than anybody, we would never push or endorse such things. But prior to this incident, you all know that mainstream media started to all at once start to push this narrative that somehow Black folk were intentionally targeting members of the Asian community. Somebody say, we know that's a lie. And what makes this so disgusting is the fact that we know that Black folk is our neighborhoods that are disproportionately populated with Asian nail salons, Asian beauty supplies, Asian gas stations, Asian stores, and other establishments, restaurants, and the like, which means it's our very Black dollars that allows them to experience the American dream. Somebody talk Black to me. So it is a spit in the face and a stab in the back when we turn around and find that we're being blamed, again, prior to this incident in the Atlanta area, that we are somehow being blamed as the main perpetrators intentionally trying to target folk in the Asian community. How dare you? Well, do you remember that less than 24 hours after the incident, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom comes out when she was asked by one of the reporters about these different establishments' histories and past, and whether or not they were legitimately run. She immediately shut that down, and she told the world she is not going to victim blame these Asian folk and these Asian establishments, right? Well, I'm reading to you now from a piece from AP News entitled, "Attack Spas Have Been Targeted by Prostitution Rings." Now, I brought this out last week on some other platforms showing, suggesting, asking, was there some illicit behaviors, illicit criminal activity, human trafficking activity happening in some of these establishments? I put that out there even before some of the mainstream media started to discuss it in print. Now, notice they haven't been discussing this widespread on television. Listen to this excerpt. It says 2 Atlanta area massage businesses where a gunman waged a deadly assault this week have been repeatedly targeted. Y'all listen, repeatedly targeted in police prostitution investigations over the years, raising questions about the mayor's, that's Keisha Lance Bottom's, earlier comments that the spas operated legally. Y'all listen. Police records show. I said police records show. Officers went to the businesses repeatedly in the past 10 years. Y'all, that's a whole decade. And Keisha Lance Bottoms took up funny looking self before the cameras and said that the only thing that they're aware of is some little citation for some phone theft or something to that effect. It says, police records show officers went to the businesses repeatedly in the past 10 years, which appears to contradict Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom's statements. Bottoms added that she did not want to blame the victims. It says Robert Aaron Long, 21, is charged with killing 4 women at the Atlanta spas and 4 other people inside a massage business about 30 miles away in Cherokee County. It says Long, who is white, told investigators the attacks were not racially motivated and claimed to have a sex addiction. I'm gonna skip down. I want y'all to listen to this. Folks have been saying, now, if this white man intentionally targeted them because they were Asian, they need to get to the bottom of whether or not that's true. I'm not going to sit here and help a white supremacist get his story straight. The devil is a lie. What I will say to you is that black folk, we know, they own a disproportionate number of salons, parlors, stores, and restaurants in our community. Somebody talk black to me. So if you own and operate a disproportionate number of Asian establishments, it's not shocking then that there are going to be several alleged victims involved in a thing when you disproportionately own X number of establishments. Y'all stop playing. Listen to this. According to a 2019 report written by a group of academics, public health experts, and community organizers, employees in massage businesses that illicitly offer sex often ended up working there because they had few options to pay off the tens of thousands of dollars they owed smugglers, or to support parents or children back home in countries like China or South Korea. The authors of illicit massage parlors in Los Angeles County and New York City stories from women workers interviewed dozens of women who provided sex at the businesses. They said that their employers sometimes offered them a place to live and eat in the businesses, which also made the work difficult to turn down. Family, we do not believe in human trafficking, and especially there's a zero tolerance for that, but especially our children. No way in the world could you blame a child for any kind of illicit activity like that. But these situations are not dealing with children. You're talking about grown adults who were willing, in many cases, to, number one, come to the country illegally, have an illegal status, involved in illegal and illicit activities, and not because somebody put a weapon to their head, but because they said they offered them what? A place to live and to eat in the business. That made the work difficult to turn down. And don't forget, it also said that many of them were trying to pay back what? Thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars to the smugglers that got to the country in the first place. I want to know, just like when Robert Kraft, New England's owner, Donald Trump's buddy, Robert Kraft, remember he was busted in one of those Asian parlors? They were talking about there were a lot of high profile cases there, a lot of stuff going on in New York and other parts around the country that mostly they said are largely involved folk in the Asian community. My question is this the reason why they jumped out there to shape the narrative in less than 24 hours later that this is about a hate crime against Asians, so that we wouldn't scratch the surface to do an investigation to really see what was going on and whether or not human trafficking or prostitution rings were going on there? Are they concerned that just like they busted Robert Kraft, ain't no telling what politician or other influencer or powerful person name is going to turn up? Something to think about. What I want to be clear is that this recent incident proved in no limit of time that it was a white man that was responsible. So y'all better shut that down, trying to blame black folk. Y'all are doing that as a distraction. You're doing that because we've been very effective in our demand for justice, our demand for reparations. And so you're trying to come against that, and you're using other people groups to do it. But thank God for the black media where we're exposing these lies. Thank God for the black media where we're exposing these schemes. We will not be replaced. That's our hashtag. We will not be replaced. Somebody talk black to me. Dear family, don't forget to join my amazing weekly mastermind, spiritual metaphysical mastermind at clubvicki.com. That's clubvicki.com. Clubvicki.com. You can join for a limited time for only $1. It's going to change your life. Once a week in an exclusive VIP group, I break down a spiritual principle. You get to ask me questions in there. Even if you're not available live on Wednesday nights, it's still worth you joining because we upload the videos, so you'll still have access to everything. We have been receiving unbelievable testimonies where lives were absolutely changed. Join today, clubvicki.com, clubvicki.com. Thank you so very much.